And here we go. We are back once again in Civilization VI, picking up a little bit ahead of where we left off before, just in the interest of keeping things nice and spicy, nice and fresh. We fast forwarded to when we finished the construction of the industrial zone. So this thing is finished and it is in a very beautiful position. I like where it is. It's given us a nice amount of production. Unfortunately, it's not giving us as much production as I was expecting it to. It's not, for some reason it's not getting bonuses from these two mines right here. Actually, you know what? I think these are count as quarries. I don't know. I actually don't know why I'm not getting additional production bonuses from these two resources right here. But either way, we are getting some bonuses for the industrial zone that we built. So our production in BlueAirTopia is pretty damn good. We are. How much are we doing per turn? If we shift over to specifically production, let's take a look at. Hang on a second. Hang on. It's getting crazy now. Okay, so just taking a look at the different stuff that we have going on in BlueAirTopia. There we go. We've got a lot of stuff focused on production here. We've got a bunch of different mines. We've got our industrial zone, and we've got these diamonds over here. We're not bringing in too much food per turn. I actually wonder if it's enough. All right, we have a 0 food surplus at the moment, so that is going to have to be something we work on. We're actually going to have to work on getting our population cap increased in BlueAirTopia because we aren't actually able to work all of the different fields that we have. You know, we've got a couple of farms around, but nobody's there to tend them. So that's going to be one of our next focuses. Our next foci is going to be increasing our population cap in BlueAirTopia. So I suppose we can do that by producing a workshop because that increases our production even further. Gives us another great citizen, another citizen slot and a great engineer point per turn. So boom, let's work on that. And yeah, so there we go. We're into it, man. We're preparing for battle, for war, for action, and I like it. So we're gonna go ahead and build a builder from Stoke-upon-Trent. Once again, if you have a cooler name for Stoke-upon-Trent than the current name that it is, leave it in the comments, and it will change in the near future. But yeah, you know, things are going well, man. Things are going well. I like this. I likes this. So, you know, we're gonna chill because there's not too much going on at the moment. We're kind of in a relaxed position. We're gonna send a trade route over to Washington. You know, maybe we'll become friends with America. I mean, he's gonna hate me at the end of the day, but you know, what are you gonna do? What can you do? So I was on the train the other day, and I was listening to this conversation with these two guys were having. They were having a conversation about shrimp, about Cajun shrimp. It's like, dude, bro, I had these Cajun shrimp the other day, bro. They were so good.
The natural history of this archipelago is very remarkable. It seems to be a little world within itself.
Look at that, the Galapagos Islands. Discovered a new set of islands. I just realized that you can sail around the world. Like, the map is connected. It's not a square. It's technically spherical. If you look down at the mini-map, then you can see that based on the position that I'm currently in, if I go left, I go back to Washington. If I go right, then I go towards Toronto and Stoke. So that's pretty cool. I never realized that about the map, that it's technically a sphere of sorts. An oblique spheroid, I believe, is the correct terminology for the shape of the Earth. But anyway, so yeah, these guys were talking about shrimp too. I was at this place the other day. They had these Cajun shrimp. They were so good, bro. Oh my god. Hey. Somebody was spying on us. A spy from the Indian Empire was captured during a steel tech bonus mission in the city of BlueAirTopia. So India is apparently spying on me, and we got to stop that.
Every man should make his son learn some useful trade or profession, so that in these days of changing fortunes, they may have something tangible to fall back upon.
Ah, that is brilliant. If only more people were taught about that quote from Phileanius T. Barnum. All right, but So yeah, dude, bro. Wait, hold on. Before we get back to the story, India. Discuss. Better cut that shit out. Yes, you're right. I regret that I had to resort to such tactics. It won't happen again. So get caught with your hand in the fucking cookie jar. Now you want to act all sad. Never mind. Okay. So dude, bro. The dude, bro. These shrimp, these Cajun shrimp were so good, bro. And they came with like a sauce, and the sauce was like, oh my god, it was so amazing, the sauce. I never had a sauce that tasted like this before. Oh my god, it was crazy. It was amazing. And he was just having a conversation with his buddy, and for all intents and purposes, that's a really boring conversation. He's talking about shrimp. You know, who cares? Even if I was his friend, I don't care about the shrimp, bro. Like, go on with that. But then I realized something. I realized something very interesting. And, ooh, wait a minute. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Yes, I occupy one of your cities. He just re-denounces me every time it wears off. It's ridiculous.
It's not the towering sails, but the unseen wind that moves a ship.
Look at that. We got square rigging, so we now have access to a frigate. It is a ranged naval vessel. And I think the ranged naval vessels are actually going to come in handy in bombarding the enemy cities, because Chengdu is a city on the coast. We're thinking long term right now. It's a city on the coast, and with 2 range, we should be able to get some frigates in these tiles and do some decent damage to those walls. Get them walls. Anybody watch the Hodge twins? You know about them walls. So that could actually be a pretty significant advantage for us, and I'm looking forward to taking advantage of it. So let's go ahead and cannot build farms on Tundra. Think we might get some truffles in the near future. I think I'm running kind of low on luxuries anyway. So yeah, it's a boring conversation, but I realized something. I talked about last week how I don't like tweeting that much because I feel like I don't have anything interesting to say 99% of the time. Every once in a while, I may drop a serious knowledge bomb, but oh my goodness, an enemy spy in BlueAirTopia succeeded at stealing a boost to siege tactics. I swear, if that's India again, we're going to start having some problems. There's not much I can do against India, though. They have the very strong military. Jeez, everything's falling apart. I need more housing. I need more amenities. Ugh. I'm getting spied on. I don't like the way this is going right now. So, I don't like tweeting because I feel like I never have anything truly interesting to say. My goodness, purchasing tiles is expensive, but it'll be worth it in the long run. The fact of the matter is, nobody has anything interesting to say, because the truth of it is that we all talk about delicious Cajun shrimp, sometimes more often than we'd like to believe. We all think we're interesting to a certain extent, whether we admit it or not. Think, no, I'm kind of boring, no, I'm just regular. But we all, in the deepest recesses of our mind, think we're interesting.
If you owe the bank $100, that's your problem. If you owe the bank $100 million, that's the bank's problem.
J. Paul Getty knows what the fuck the deal is. That quote, I respect it. So we just finished a production in BlueAirTopia, so we're gonna, which was an upgrade to the industrial zone. So on the next turn, our population will show that it is increased, and it actually only takes us 6 turns to build a redcoat from BlueAirTopia, and 5 turns to build a frigate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on 2 frigates from BlueAirTopia. We're really getting this navy going. But I wish that was a quote from. Okay, here's the deal. If I am ever fortunate enough to get Sean Bean to read a quote for me, it will be a quote like this. All right, get ready, because it's about to get real. It is true that we all believe that we're interesting, but the truth of the matter is, we're not. I didn't do that well. That wasn't Sean Bean enough. But the point is, we all talk about boring stuff most of the time. We all have Cajun shrimp conversations most of the time, more often than we'd like to believe we do. And it's the truth, you know, because think back for a moment to what the actual last conversation you had was. It was probably really boring. You know, you're sitting around with your buddies, you're just talking. It's like, how was work? It was fine. Dude, my boss was getting on my nerves. She was being such a bitch, or whatever. It's you know, it's just all regular shit, and that's why we watch TV. And Trajan is happy because I have a large empire, so maybe we'll be friends. I actually started. Hey, we're friendly with Trajan. I started a trade route with him, and it was a favorable trade. Not a trade route, just a trade of resources, and we're now friendly. I have my first friend. Look at that. But you know, my point is, we're all boring. We're all boring, and it is what it is. But that's why we watch television, you know, because our lives aren't fantastically interesting. Whereas you can watch Breaking Bad, and you know, if you're a teacher, now all of a sudden you're watching the life of also a teacher, but this teacher he's dying of cancer, and he's a meth kingpin. So that's way more interesting than dealing with bratty kids all day. You know, so that's why TV's a thing, man. Okay, I think I figured out what I need to do in BlueAirTopia. I've got to get a builder out so I can just run around and make farms and all sorts of other things to work the land, because I need more housing, and I don't have anything in the immediate that I can build to increase my housing capacity. So building farms and things, that's going to be the most immediate way to increase my housing capacity. Okay, I just had to go in and make sure all of my cities were working the proper tiles, or at least the tiles that I want them to work. And just in doing a quick once over of everything, I think the city of Date is not the most productive city that I have, but it is the most efficient one, right? Because the city of Date has 9 population, and it is currently able to work every single tile that has valuable resources on it, and then some. We've got an extra tile over here that's being worked that isn't providing us with a bonus sort of resource or a luxury. So the city of Date is the most efficient city that I have. I think this will be cool to just kind of go over this. Then let's take a look at Sheffield. Sheffield is doing pretty well also, but the thing about Sheffield is we've got extra tiles that don't have things on them that are being worked, right? So we've got this marsh that could be a farm to give us extra food. We've got this that could also be a farm. This could also be a farm. This could be a mine or a quarry. This could be a mine or a quarry. So there's a lot of stuff in Sheffield that could stand to be changed around a little bit, including that tile right there. We don't just need double food. I would like to have food and production at the same time. And then go over to Wuhan. Wuhan is pretty small. We've only got 4 people. So Wuhan is you know, it's well optimized, but there's not really much going on here, so it doesn't really matter. And then BlueAirTopia. BlueAirTopia is a fucking mess. All right. We've got a bunch of buildings, and half of them ain't even being worked. We've got a quarry over here. I guess we'll yeah, I guess we'll no. Yeah, we've got a bunch of bonus resources that I would like to be working, but we just don't have enough population to actually work those tiles. And the way I shifted it around, I think I just lost some food, so we're gonna have to shift some stuff back. Go back to the sheep, and then go. No, can we have sheep and diamonds? Is that thank you? All right, so yeah, BlueAirTopia is a very poorly optimized city because we just can't. No, come. Okay. Unlock. There we go. That's how I want it to be. I want BlueAirTopia to have good production. Still not 3 turns until loss of population. So I guess I'm going to need the food. I need the food. 2 turns until loss. I need more food. Get back on the sheep. There we go. 0 turns until growth. I'm probably going to cut this part out because this is ridiculous. But the point is, BlueAirTopia is a poorly optimized city because we don't have a large enough population. And we're gonna have to make a change to that. We're gonna have to make a change to that. It's almost unfortunate that BlueAirTopia does have the industrial zone because it is not able to make the most efficient use out of it. But we'll hope to change that in the near future, because things are getting rocky, man. Things are getting a little rocky. I need more amenities in all of my cities. We got negative over here from Sheffield. Wuhan is at +1, but damn. This is a problem. We about to trade with somebody. Let's reach out to Gorgo and make a deal. She got diamonds. She got coffee. All right, she has knitter. Knitter? Jade? What would you take? She wants 127 gold and 63 gold for 30 turns. That is asinine. That feels excessive. Like, come on. All right. Girl. All right, we're gonna keep it simple because obviously knitter is a very valuable resource, and we don't need it. I want knitter so bad, you have no idea. So we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna do a trade for some jade. That is a luxury resource, and hopefully that will spread itself around my peoples. Hopefully it'll work out. So we have a builder now. We're gonna go ahead and start constructing more farms and whatnot, so BlueAirTopia will have more housing, so that when it does finally start to expand, then I think I just fucked it up. No, it's fine. Then we'll have the housing capacity to do so.
A diplomat is a man who always remembers a woman's birthday, but never remembers her age.
Robert Frost be getting it in, okay? Robert Frost. 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood. The road not taken, you already know. All right, so we just unlocked a bunch of new policies. We have so many different policies that we can make use of at the moment, and it's truly incredible. But wow, I think what we're going to do, and this is something I should have done a long time ago, is we're going to switch over to increase the production of medieval and Renaissance era melee and actually, what is the red coat? Hold on. This is going to be the last thing we do for the day. Is going to change up the policies. Okay. Figured out what we're going to do. So we switched around a couple of policies. This is the last thing we're going to do for the day. We switched over to retainers, which we gained +1 amenity for cities with a garrisoned unit because we are in dire need for amenities. And we also switched back to caravansaries. We're not going to... Wait a sec. No, shit. I can't remember if I finished the... Oh, no. Damn it. Okay, I think it's stupid that I have to do it like this, but I think Stoke Up Trent has boosted its population enough. So I think I can switch off colonial affairs for now, and I'm going to switch that over to... switch that back to... the builders have an additional charge, because the builder from that place is not finished yet. So I just want to make sure that I min-max that as much as possible. So yes, so we changed up our trade routes. We can choose a couple more productions. A bank, get some extra money, get that guap, get that bread, that moolah, dollar, bill, motherfucker. Okay, I'm sorry. That was completely ridiculous, and I shouldn't have done it. But we're going to start production on the bank. I just want to end the turn before I end the video. I'm stalling for time. Okay, we've done it. We are finished for the day. Once again, if you can come up with a cool name for Stoke upon Trent, leave it in the comments, and the name will change in the near future. So there we go. It's time for that question of the day. And there we go. We are wrapping up for the day, and it is time for the question of the day. We talked a little bit about boredom and the reason television exists, so why not make the question of the day related to that? What TV show have you enjoyed the most recently? And when I say TV show, I just mean, what's the most interesting or enjoyable series you've watched recently? I know a lot of people say they don't watch TV anymore, but you watch Netflix and Hulu and Amazon Prime, so that's basically television. So me, I've been really enjoying Person of Interest. I binged the hell out of that show. It was the perfect blend of procedural drama and science fiction, so I want to know what television show you've enjoyed the most recently. As always, the name of the game is Civilization VI. The name of the channel is iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.